What's up, fellas? How was your weekend? Wawa, Pancho.
It was good, man. It was good. Another good week of baseball. I mean, not necessarily for the Dodgers, but here we are, right in the middle of June,
Yeah.
and we're struggling a little bit. But it happens. It's baseball. It happens.
So my next question is, listener, how are you doing, listener? Are you doing better than the Dodgers this weekend as well, or what? Because today was just
Hopefully
hard
they're
to
not.
watch.
Hopefully they're not.
Yeah, but we'll talk about the way they're playing now in a bit. What I do want to bring up is the Muncy La Russa incident.
Nah,
So Muncy, it was his first game back, right?
first
Yeah,
game back.
first
Yep.
game back.
And it was Trey Turner, right? Trey Turner was in the box, and Muncy's on deck.
And Freeman was at first and stole second.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That's what
Yeah.
left the base open.
So Trey Turner gets a 1-2 count, a 1 ball and 2 strike count, and he intentionally walks him. La Russa intentionally walks Trey Turner. So before we move on, is that like a sign of disrespect towards Muncy? Or is just, I mean, I know maybe, okay, I know it's strategic, right? It has to be strategic because if a coach is making that move, it has to be strategic. But what is Muncy thinking?
Pancho,
Well,
you
I
can
mean,
speak to that.
yeah. No, I mean, as a hitter, of course, you're going to take that a little bit personal. And then anything extra you can take to the batter's box, where you want to show up, the coach because of what he did, or the pitcher, or whatever. A little extra motivation going up to that at bat for sure. And you
Right.
can tell because the way he reacted after that.
So, like everybody's like, what is La Russa thinking? What is La Russa thinking? Hey, Muncy just came back from an elbow injury, right? An arm injury,
Yeah.
right? So, I know La Russa. Or maybe he is, maybe he's not listening to analytics or following analytics, but I mean, he just came back from an arm injury. I mean, yeah, he did tear up AAA though, and he was coming ready to hit. But I don't know. You got to give La Russa the benefit of the doubt, right? Maybe just think, hey, he just came back from rehab, and he needs to come. He needs to get the rust off a little bit.
I think he
So
went with his gut.
He went with his gut, right?
Yeah, because Trey Turner smashes lefties. Even though he had 2 strikes, I mean, you could easily say bounce 3 pitches, but then what if one gets away? So it's
yeah,
probably the safest way was to walk him.
Yeah. Then if Muncy gets a ground ball, he's not the fastest of runners. Easy out at one, easy out at first base,
Yep.
But
and they have so the count was 1-1, and then I think on the next pitch Freeman stole second base.
Right.
He was on second, and then that made it 1-2. I might be a little off on that, but I think that's what it was.
no, yeah, I think you're right. You're right on that. But I mean, the point is, it was count. He had 2 strikes already.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, so his explanation, La Russa, and here and again, okay, Muncy sees it as a sign of disrespect, right? So he's
Yeah.
up there going up piss, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but La Russa's like, okay, in old school baseball, before all the nerds started to take over, you wanted that lefty lefty matchup, right?
Yeah.
So the count is 1-2. He sees the base open, right?
Yeah.
So I see La Russa in like a no-win situation. Okay, I let this lefty throw to Turner, and he hits a home run. Whether it's 1-2, 3-1, 2-1, it doesn't matter. Or I walk him, and then I face Muncy on the lefty lefty, even though the numbers said that Muncy's better against righties than lefties.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen Muncy hit lefties, and he hits them pretty good.
Right.
So, and he's barely coming back from the injury, like you said. So, all that being said, and we talked about this last episode, being a coach and being a player is two different things. They're looking at it differently. Okay, good for Muncy. He saw it as a sign of disrespect, and he got his home run.
Mm-hmm.
But La Russa is trying to play the percentages to say, you know what? I'll take my chances lefty lefty, but he didn't win that one. Well, but what if he strikes out Muncy? Who knows? It didn't happen, right? But what if he strikes out Muncy? LaRussa looks like a genius. Muncy,
Yep.
you know, he doesn't get it done.
You're right.
Yep. Yep.
You're right.
So
Yeah, Muncie. I mean, like you said, LaRussa's saw an open base, and then Muncie took it personal.
so
And
Muncy gets. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
So I'm saying Muncie is like, okay, like I'm mad. You walked this dude to get to me. I hit this home run. Now I'm gonna around the, and I like Muncie, right? He's a gamer, but he's gonna run around the bases and then start talking smack. First of all, Muncie's like whatever he needs to get him off. All right, fine, right?
Yeah,
But but another thing is like he doesn't have a hit since he did that. You know what I mean? Like in the game of baseball, you gotta know when to show your emotions or not. He has not gotten a hit since since that home run. He didn't like do anything against the Giants, and he had a lot of chances. So my point being is, you okay? You came back. You had 2 knocks. You did good, but now ever since then, you know what I mean. The baseball gods are like, hey man, you had a day. You got to keep playing because since then you haven't done anything. So stay
Yeah.
in your lane, play the game, play it hard, keep your head down, let managers manage and players play.
yeah, yeah. You're right. Absolutely right.
Yeah,
It
that's
just.
true. And I was hoping with that at bat it would kind of wake him up because even before the DL, I mean, he was struggling.
Yes.
I was hoping that was the at bat that would kind of wake him up.
Yeah,
But
no, and everybody
it
was saying like,
wasn't.
oh, it's Muncie's opening day and he's back and no, everything's good. But it was one game, you know what I mean? It was one game. He
Yep.
was the lefty. He probably got the home run off. Was a rookie. You know, he had a double before. He went the other way. Everything looked good, but come on, man. You know, just relax. You're not even hitting your weight still. Just relax. You know what I mean? You know, he's back into it. But if that gets him off, then that gets him off. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before we move on, I just forgot to mention that Gomez is not with us right now. He's actually in Alaska, but he just finished his game, and I think he's trying to connect now. So we're gonna have him shortly. But we'll continue on, and when he joins in, he'll let his presence, I guess.
Presence
Yeah.
be known.
Yeah.
Get the lefty out of the bullpen.
Yep.
There you go.
Bring him in.
Yeah. So, um, Bueller out for 3 months. Is that the season? That's it for him, or what?
Man,
So-
that's scary. Go ahead,
I heard
Pancho.
it was 3 months, but like, what exactly is it?
It's just discomfort. He
It
had an
was a
MRI.
strain.
He has a
He
strain.
had the MRI. It was a strain in his elbow.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? I was watching the game on Friday, and like, damn, man, he's pumping 97, 98. And I hadn't seen that from him, right? But
Wow.
he got into a little spat with the umpire. He was talking smack to him or whatever. But I was like, damn, dude, you know, maybe he's bringing the heat. You know, maybe he's like found something. And then in the fourth inning, you know, he's out of the game. And I was actually watching the game without volume, so I didn't know what they were saying. But I thought they just took him out because you know he had, you know, his pitch count was up. But I was like, and then when I got home and then I saw you guys text that, you know, he came out of the game. I was like, oh no, no
So
bueno.
Pinche Pancho.
What happened?
Sorry, man. It's been a long day for me, man. But you know, uh, um, even though I call you that sometimes, but it's all right. Um, me and you were talking during the week, about how I had said that, you know what, there's something going on with Bueller, and he's not saying anything. You know,
Yeah.
and then you had said, you know what, the other pitchers are starting to come back from their injury rehabs, and they're scheduled to return back to the team, but we're
Yeah.
full of pitchers. We're running out of room. So your theory and your and I theory was we're gonna make some room for these pitchers to come and give these other starters a break.
Yeah.
You know, so they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, I have a discomfort," you know, and then an MRI is gonna say they have a strain. Of course, my son has some shoulder pain, right? And he went to the doctor, and they said it was a rotator cuff strain, but it wasn't serious. They just said to ice it for a week, but it was a rotator cuff strain. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah,
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like a strain. So like, how big is a strain? Or these
Yeah.
guys are throwing 98. But if you're a pitcher, you're a pitcher, and man, if you throw enough, dude, something's gonna hurt in the shoulder, in the elbow.
Yeah,
But
my point
know,
is that you give Bueller 3 months to chill, and you can bring up a prospect now, or you can bring
Yeah.
back whoever's gonna come off the DL.
well, your guys' boy came back, on Saturday, right? So
Carshall's
he's back. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's
And then,
back.
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying. You have to make room
Heaney's
for
not too
somebody,
far
right?
behind.
You make room for
Yeah.
somebody. So what's the quickest way to do it? Go to the DL.
I think
Yeah. I think he was pressing.
Okay.
I think not. I think this is like more of a real injury because 3 months is a long time.
No. I'm not saying it's not a real. I'm not saying it's a fake
Yeah.
injury.
I mean, I think they would have done it with somebody else. What we were talking about, I think it would have been maybe with like Gosselin or Anderson, guys that don't pitch
Right.
180 innings
Yeah.
in a year. At least they haven't done it yet. Maybe Anderson has. I don't know, but because they've been pitching good, maybe it's time to give them a little break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So I think
Yeah.
I see
But
Gomez's.
Bueller-
I see Gomez's picture there. You there, Gomez, or what?
Yeah, I'm here. You guys can hear me?
Yeah. I can hear
Damn,
you.
that sounds
Yeah.
really clear.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Hey, hello, everybody from Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska.
That a boy.
By
very,
football.
very
I
crisp.
know I've been hearing it all day from Giant fans in Southern California with Wagner and Rivera and all them guys. Remember, it's early. Don't panic. Their memory is, they have a memory lapse.
Yeah.
They beat
Yeah.
the Dodgers early during the year. And what happens at the end of the year? Sorry, Giant fans.
Yeah. You know what? I just saw on Twitter. I forget who it was, but they're like, everybody, panicking about the Dodgers. Obviously, you weren't a fan in the '90s. So there you go.
Man, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
We got swept, so what? I mean, we're going through a tough stretch right now, but going back to Bueller is like, if he's out, dude, all we really need Bueller to do, to be honest, is be able to throw 5 innings in October, dude. I mean, make his starts in October. Other than that, I don't think we need the Vato to make it to the playoffs, to be honest.
Because think about it, 3
You know what I
months. 3 months. He's coming
I
back in
agree.
August. He's well rested.
I know, but I'm
And
saying,
ready to
like, we
throw.
just need him to be fully rested, work himself back up. They'll fill in the gaps. They'll find somebody, that's selling groceries at Bonds right now and make him into a stud. You know what I mean? just rest up. Take care of that elbow, build back up. I heard right now a little bit while ago about Dustin May that he's gonna be back like in September. That's all we need, dude. Just have all our pitching good, and then the offense has to pick up the slack. But Bueller, I think the pressure maybe if they wanted to make him the ace, it just became too much for him. And maybe he was struggling, dude. And now Urias was like, hey man, they're all focused on Bueller and they're not giving me my love. And now he went out today and he pitched good, but maybe that's why he was acting like a 10-year-old. Maybe he was acting like a 10-year-old because he wasn't getting that love that Bueller was getting. You know how these dudes are, dude. They all want to be babied and stuff. So
But I think
we're gonna see what's up.
I think Urias is justified though, because he's always pitching good. He's out there, pitching his ass off, and he doesn't get the recognition.
But I'm saying, like, they wanted to give all that love to Bueller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like opening day starter at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Urias is the one that won 20 games. We said it a couple of times already. And it's like, now it's like, okay, Urias, well, let's see what's up. You know what I mean?
And
Now you have to be the leader of the staff. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Urias, fucking 6 innings, 10 strikeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
that's
he
what
gave
I'm
up
saying.
two.
That's good.
He gave up 2 home runs in the first inning.
2 bombas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two home runs in the first inning. But after that, he was lights out.
I was tired of my phone going off in my back pocket from Wagner talking all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to coach, and he's over here paging me or texting me.
Look at this, man.
Nah.
0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. 0
We've been
for
horrible.
10.
Add it up with yesterday, dude. It'd be like over 30 probably.
9 left on base, bro. 9.
Dude, I was about to snap my laptop yesterday, dude, after that game, dude. They had chances in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And nothing, dude.
Dude, there was
$350 million payroll. pura pinga.
There was
yesterday,
one
man.
play, man. There was one play. It was 2 outs. Trey Turner's on first. Believe it was like in the 6th or 7th. And Justin comes up and hits a line drive to right field, right? And there's 2 outs, right? What are you doing with 2 outs? You're taking off, right? You're on first base. You're
You
taking
talking
off.
about you talking about today,
Yeah.
right?
Today's Sunday. Tell me why they show the replay and Turner's trotting into second, looking at the play, like trying to figure out if he's gonna catch it or not.
And it was 2 outs.
It was 2 outs,
He had a brain fart. You didn't know the outs.
and he stayed at
Plain and
second.
simple.
He stayed at second.
No, at third. At third, it was first and third.
No, he never made it to third.
In the 7th inning. Oh, okay.
He never made it
was
to third.
seventh.
I don't know what inning. It was in the late innings where they're trying to get a rally going, or they're trying
And Justin Turner hit it to right, right?
and Justin Turner hit it to right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's not good.
I mean,
You
come
gotta
on.
be running on that.
Yeah.
You should have scored on that. It was in the gap.
And then after the game, Trey Turner, they're interviewing him, and I quote, he says, "Sometimes I think we can do a better job of being a little bit more aggressive and more confident instead of just sitting back and waiting for it to happen." Isn't that what you just did a couple hours before?
Yeah.
Looking at the play, waiting to see if he's going to catch it or not? We got to be better
you
on
know
the
what?
bases.
And
We
you know
gotta be
what,
better
man?
on the bases.
That sometimes happens, dude, when there's too many like superstars on our team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody just wants and is waiting for the next dude to break through or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I think as the weather heats up, I mean the Dodgers will be fine. But like I said, we just got to get our pitching straight.
Mhm.
The offense has to pick it up while we're down right now, and then go from there.
Yeah, so they went 2-6 this week. Well, I guess the White Sox and the Giants, and now they're gonna face the Angels. The Angels are getting momentum after their 14 losses in a row, which led to Joe Madden getting fired. Right. So I don't know. Maybe that was the key. Maybe that was what had to be done to turn the team around, or what? I mean, what do you think, Gomez?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it woke up the players. I think when management does that, it wakes up the players because they're feeling bad. Wow, man, the manager got fired
Mm-hmm.
because we're not playing well. And you see when Phil Nevin took over, that first game, they just turned it on. I mean, how do you turn it on unless Madden was that big of a jerk to him, but they're getting paid. It shouldn't matter who's the coach, or the manager.
Well,
They're
that
getting
game,
paid and they got a job to do.
yeah, the game that turned it around was Otani. It was all Otani.
Yeah.
Because look, he went seven innings pitched and 6 strikeouts, and then he had a home run with 2 RBIs. That was all him.
Yeah.
You
And Wawa's boy Adele was 2 for 2 with a double and a walk.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
There
Velasquez
you go.
too. Velasquez, the squid.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He
It's
got some
like
pop.
Yeah, he has pop.
who Velasquez?
Yeah, he has pop.
Velasquez, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he made a couple errors today, but going back to that 14 game losing streak, I mean, we are discussing before we came on was like Trout was 0 for May or
0 for 26.
yeah.
26.
12 for 26, yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
so it's like
Yeah.
they can't afford him to hit a slump. It just shows that they have nothing behind him. You know what I mean? He has to be
But
on.
he shouldn't have to be carrying that team either. I mean, yeah, he's an all-star and whatever and superstar, but other guys got to pull their share too. It's 9 guys batting.
well,
Yeah,
Jared Walsh
exactly.
pulled his weight, and he had a cycle the other day. So, I guess the Mets.
No, but during that, we're talking about the losing streak, and
Oh,
during
yeah.
the losing streak, none of these guys were hitting.
Yeah,
You know what I
Well,
mean?
they were
None of these guys
hitting.
were hitting.
Rendon was out. I mean, it was a little, yeah.
Other
we
guys got to
talked
step
about-
up. That's the bottom line. Is other guys got to step up.
yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about Duffy batting fourth. I mean, their lineup was just
It's just
crap.
out of whack, and they don't have like we talk about all the Dodger prospects. Their top prospect is Adele. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Velasquez as well, right? But they just can't have Trout or Otani go down because if they do, they just like today they lost 4-1 today, right? And Otani was out. Trout had like 1 hit, and that was it. And everybody else like nothing. Jared Walsh, the other lefty, Marsh, nothing, man. Like they, you know what it looked like to me as I saw the game today, is like all these Angel guys in the lineup, they're just like swinging tired, like just like. And it's barely mid-June, and these vatos already running out of gas. That's not good.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though, that we talked about like how the Angels were gonna be scoring a lot of runs but giving up a lot of runs. It's actually been backwards. Their
Yep.
pitching's been pretty decent. I mean, not
Yep.
great, but it's been pretty good.
The bullpen is doing better too,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that
I
helps
think they
too.
were like number 15 in baseball as far as like team ERA or something like that. So
So
So that
they're
yeah,
doing all right.
that's tough.
so
Yeah,
how do you think the Dodgers
tough.
gonna do Tuesday and Wednesday?
What's the
Does it-
prediction?
Well, I mean, the prediction is because they fucking have our number every year. That's the
Yeah,
prediction.
Angels?
Yeah, Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Angels always have the Dodgers number.
So they're gonna face them Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm gonna go to that game on Tuesday, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Are you
That's-
taking
that's big.
your boy Pancho with you too? He's gonna have his Angel jersey on.
Yeah.
Is City Connect jersey?
Yeah, he's gonna have the sombrero with all the home run buttons on it and all this shit.
Yeah, that should be fun. You guys can get a
Pancho, I'm sending you all kinds of business your way, dude. George is all mad at the whoever does his stuff for the team.
Yeah.
And he already said, as soon as we get back, I'm going to go see him. You tell him I'm going to go see him. And then the players want wood bats. They're snapping bats and stuff. So I have to go to Pancho.
Creos.
Sure,
Creos
yeah.
is definitely the bat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm like a rookie coach again, man, out there. And I'm out in Alaska right now. And we just lost 5-4. And I'm telling the general manager, come on, man, we got to go. We got to go. I got to go do the podcast. So he drove me back to the apartments. The bus isn't even back yet.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. And I wanted to try to have one of our kids on it, but the bus isn't back yet.
You have
So,
the Camacho brothers from the COC there, right?
Hey, they tore it up today.
Yeah.
Both of them had a great day today.
That's good, man.
Oh no way! The
Have you
Camacho that
watched
play
the
with you
game?
guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Camacho's. I didn't even know they were on our team last Saturday until like the 6th inning.
Wow.
I'm looking at these two boys and I'm like, man, they look like twins, right? And for some reason I was just drawing a blank. They didn't look like they looked like when they were little kids, you know.
Yeah.
And I go look at the roster and I turn the back page of the roster where the outfielders are at and it says Camacho's. I said, man, come here, man. Why didn't you tell me you guys were on the team? He goes, well, we were kind of hesitant. We didn't know if it was you or not.
Wow.
No way! That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. So yeah,
Where they playing at or what?
they're playing the outfield. They're playing on our team on the
I know,
Ventura
but where they
Pirates.
play? Where they playing?
They're uncommitted yet. They're uncommitted. So that's why George is trying to
Oh.
land them somewhere.
Oh, all right, all
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, man. Jovan went 1 for 3 today with an RBI, 2 stolen bases. And Ryan went 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. No, all the guys that did well today are all local guys.
That's good.
Lee Branchill from Valley College went 2 for 4 with an RBI.
Mm-hmm.
Angelo Alemán, the shortstop from Maranatha, he's going to Cal State Fullerton. Let's see who else. Brandon Dolney, he came in. He put the last 4 zeros on the board, man, out of the pen from Glendale College.
So
Yeah, that's good.
Gomez. So I want you, like, to explain a little bit, like, which league you're coaching in. Okay, I mean, obviously you're coaching for the Ventura County Pirates, but what is that team affiliated with? Like, what is this league about? I mean, because
It's,
for you to
How do they get on there?
yeah,
They
exactly.
get
Kids.
recruited by whoever the general managers are, the teams that run these teams. It's a league, right? It's just like the Cape Cod League. It's a summer collegiate league. And I was talking to George on the way back to our apartments where we're staying at, and he told me that he depends on the college coaches to call him and say, hey, man, I got this guy, I got that guy. That Coach Coda called him on 3 guys, and 2 of them were the Camachos
Mhm.
and a pitcher. And
Mm.
Savage called him. Savage called him on the first baseman. We just got a first baseman. He was on the flight with us yesterday. First time he played the day.
Wow.
And then Gilly, he got fired at SC. He called George and said, hey, I got a catcher that we haven't been able to place. We need a place for him.
So
Okay.
these teams, they make money. Like,
No, they
Obviously-
don't make money, dude. It's just it covers the league costs. There's a commissioner of the league that started this league 8 years ago because there wasn't enough leagues for as many college kids and incoming freshmen and then freshmen, sophomore, juniors to play on. So they weren't playing during the summer. So the MLB loves it because they get, these guys, and the college guys do too, because they, incoming freshmen, they'll get 50, 60 at bats during the summer in 2 months.
And these
We're
are these
playing
are
good.
five,
kids.
6 games a week.
That's good.
And these are kids straight from high school going into playing a collegiate.
No, there's
No.
some
No,
from junior college,
and
right?
freshman to sophomore,
Uh-huh.
sophomore to juniors.
And it's wood bat, right?
Yeah, wood bat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. It's great competition, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Alaska Gold Panners, when I played in college, the Alaska was the league that you wanted to get sent to. That was a top-notch collegiate summer league.
Yep.
You know, and it's gone down, but they have North Pole. They got the Alaska Gold Panners, that's who we're playing. They got there's like 6 teams. And the
So how do you guys
umpires,
get funded though?
they get some kind of sponsoring, dude. They pay for our whole trip to come out to play.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They gotta make some kind of money, or
Well,
they gotta
they-
have sponsors that's paying up front.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
but
they have-
some teams
Look,
they're
look at all
selling
the sponsors
tickets.
they got on their lineup,
Yeah.
on their rosters, dude.
You look at their
Yeah, I
website.
see.
Yeah, yeah,
That field is just for them
yeah.
because the university doesn't have a team right here.
Mm-hmm.
And all the Alaskians or whatever they're called over there, they just come out to the games or what?
Did you see all the people in the stands?
I saw other people there.
Hot chocolate or
I mean,
pisto?
wow, you're-
Close for pisto.
Well,
También
you're in
venden pisco
Alaska.
también.
Or shots to warm up the bodies or what? Is it cold?
No, it's warm, dude.
No,
It was
warm.
like 70 degrees a day.
Yeah.
The thing is, a trip is, we finished at 8:00, 8:30, whatever.
And it's still
They
daytime.
feed us at the stadium before we leave, and it's 9:45 right now, Alaska time, and it's daytime outside.
Well, they're
I
gonna
don't
You
even
have.
better
know.
put
It
you better
says
put
like it
foil on
gets
the
dark.
windows.
It gets dark an hour a day. I didn't see it because we landed at 12:30 this morning, and we went to sleep like at 4 in the morning, and it was still light.
Well, that's
Oh.
where they have the famous midnight game,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they're gonna
They
have
do.
it. They're gonna have it, Gomez. They're gonna have it the day after you guys leave.
Yeah, I saw
So-
that they're gonna play the San Diego something.
Yeah.
So how many games? It's just one trip over there to Alaska, and then you guys finish up over here.
Oh, yeah, we only started our season. We've only played 5 games back at home.
Yeah, they played the whole
Okay.
series for the
And
whole
how many
season
games
over
in
there.
total?
7 games.
No, how many games in total? Like the whole year?
Oh, the
I
whole
think
the
it's
summer.
49, I think, in 2 months.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah,
That's
no, we're
nice.
playing, dude. We're playing, and you know what's funny is I got all the rosters of the teams that we played so far, and most of them are filled with Southern California players, man.
That's all. You got to get the names,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, bring
I
them
have the
on.
names. I have the names right here. Look.
You got to bring on the Camacho twins, dude, in the next podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get them on.
And then your home games
I would
are.
have got them on right now, but I'm telling you, the bus isn't even here yet.
But
Probably want to go grub or something.
your
No,
home
no, the
games.
bus driver took them. Man, the hospitality that we get here from the people, we've been here a day. You should see
Yeah.
the hospitality these people give us, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Your home games are at Valley, right?
Yeah, that's our home field.
Okay.
And the bus driver, a shout out to Cindy. She's taking care of us. She pulled into a Safeway last night, 5 minutes to closing, and she said, "Nope, they're gonna help every one of you guys. You guys need food, go in there. As long as it's not closing time, they gotta help you." Dude, you should have seen the face of these 2 clerks when we walked in. Dude. 28 of us.
Yeah. Well, you guys got
And
to
then
get
George
food for the
George
week.
missed a flight. We had a player miss a flight, and the general manager missed a flight.
Oh,
So I was in charge of everything, dude. I did a room checks and rooming list. I broke up the clicks and stuff, man. And so
Just like
hopefully after being
Vegas
here
at
a week,
Alexis Park.
yeah, hopefully after being here a week, we'll be gelling because a lot of these guys don't know each other. A lot of them were rivals too, you know.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's
Because we got
awesome.
guys from Valley, we got guys from COC, from Glendale,
Well, see,
and all our guys, we only have about 5 guys that are uncommitted. We got let's see, I'll tell you right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys going to Hawaii. Rich Hill
Nice.
again. Shout out to Rich Hill. Still recruiting in the Valley. We got a catcher from Dominguez. We got a catcher from SC. A catcher from Pepperdine. UC Riverside. 2 guys from Pepperdine. Southern Illinois University. Illinois State. Long Beach State. Guy that pitched today going to Long Beach State is a true freshman from Dos Pueblos in Santa Barbara.
I don't heard
We got a
that.
guy from Chapman, and then we got the guy that started the game today, Alex Abbott. He's from George Fox University.
So Gomez,
That's
let
awesome.
me ask you a question. Those guys that are out of state, that are on the Pirates, on the Ventura County Pirates, those guys that
They're
are out of state,
hosted by host families.
yeah, that's my question because they can't stay at the schools during the summer, right?
No. They stay with the host family.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause they
George
can't pay for that.
hooks up these host families, and I guess the league does too. You know, they go around because all the teams need host families.
Yeah. And then one thing I
Every
noticed,
player on the Gold Panners today, their whole roster is from they're not from Alaska. They only have one kid from Alaska.
that's what I was gonna get at. Like, there's a Long
Yeah.
Beach City College player for the Alaska Gold Panners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Okay.
pitcher he threw today, he's
Yeah.
from Southgate High School,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. And
LA
he's,
City section.
and he's living out
That's
there.
awesome.
He's gonna live out there in Alaska during the whole season, right?
The 2 months, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. They have guys from UC Davis, Fresno Pacific, Charleston Southern, Grand Canyon, San Francisco State, Northern Colorado, Clark College, West Point. They got a pitcher from West Point.
Okay.
Rio Hondo, Utah, Hawaii, Sacramento State, Pomona Pitzer, Cal Baptist, Kansas State, Dixie State, UC San Diego, and they have a couple guys from Hawaii also.
That's cool, man.
Hey, so these kids that are out there with you guys, I mean, they got to be like 100% like locked in. I mean, they're taking this seriously, man. I mean, they're not wasting their time out there 49 games in 2 months, obviously. So,
They
I
shouldn't
mean,
be.
that's awesome, man. I mean, they got to be locked in. I mean, they're
Well,
looking to make it.
that's why this
to the next
league
level.
started. I mean,
Yeah.
I jumped on a couple guys a day, dude. Because I didn't think they were giving me 100%, you know, but they get it. I talked to them after the game when we were eating. I said, hey, it's nothing personal, man. I just see more out of it. You have more in you and you're not giving it, you know, there's scouts up there in those stands watching you,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah.
So, and then also we have an all-star game, end of July before the season ends, where all these college guys come out to see all the uncommitted guys.
Dude, they must
So
stack
guys
up
are
the
going to get
roster
signed.
with
They're
that.
going to get
Yeah.
signed, you know?
Yeah.
They must get the rosters like beefed up with all these kids that are committed.
Right.
It's big time, dude. It's big time baseball.
It's like the minor league feel, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly like the minor
Yeah.
leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a grind too. Believe me, boy, it's a grind.
I
But you
bet.
know what? I'm a rookie again, and I'm having fun, man.
Hey, so Gomez, with 7 games this week, you guys are going Johnny Stafford, I bet, or what?
Yeah, we're what we do. What the mentality is. It doesn't matter if you pitch second. If they're a starter, we're only letting our starters go 3 innings.
Okay.
So they prepare the whoever's in a starting role that day, like the guy that go from 6th inning, the 1st inning, the starter obviously to the game, then the 6th inning guy that starts in the game. His mentality is he's getting ready and preparing to make a start.
Okay.
And then you know, if the guy gets in trouble anywhere between the 1st and 6th, then we got relievers coming in during that time.
How many kids on the roster are pitchers?
We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's see. Hold on. We got I think 14 pitchers.
It's got to be
Yeah,
quite a
but
bit,
that-
I bet.
Yeah,
2,
but
4,
none of those are
6, 8, 10, 13 pitchers.
Yeah.
none of those are Johnny Staffords though. I mean, they're all legit players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they're.
And then you know what? Some coaches tell George, hey, you know what? I got this guy. I only want you to throw him, a certain amount of innings,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because some of them have thrown, but the reason why they go to these summer leagues because they didn't get enough work during the year, or a real important part of it where the college coaches like is that they got incoming freshmen that are signed and coming to them. They
Yeah.
want them to get high level baseball before they get on campus.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing, man. It's a great opportunity for these kids.
Hey, and all it takes is one solid hit, one diving play or one routine play, or they turn a double play or a catcher throws some guy out at second and they're signed. They're
Yeah.
All it can
Yeah.
take is one play. They're one play away from getting that financial aid help or whatever money they get from these college programs. I mean, it's, but it's a
Yeah,
grind, like you
honest-
said.
It is a
Honestly-
grind, and your body gets tired, man. I'm telling you. And so it's hard to get up each game, but that's what I'm trying to tell these guys, man. You guys, one guy's gonna see you man, if you go half-ass and throw the ball down the second, just like, that'll get you crossed off
they
a
can't.
list.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they can't do that.
You know,
Because that's
And
what
there's
they
guys-
Do that.
that's
there
what
were
they
some
want to
guys
see,
standing
right?
down the left field line. It's a stadium where we're playing at today.
Yeah, but that's what recruiters
I'm going
want
to
to
third
see,
base,
right?
and I see guys down the left field line.
Yeah.
They're not people that live there. They're there watching something. You know.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Recruiters want to see guys that you know they've been grinding it like this week for example, 7 games, you know, in 7 days, every day you're playing every day, and they want to see that guy that's how he's gonna make the play on that 7th day in the last inning, you know, after
Yeah.
that's what recruiters want to see how they're gonna perform.
And I don't think these coaches are putting out their, their reputation on the line, sending these kids to these college programs
that's a
or
good
these
point.
summer
Yeah.
leagues.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? If they don't think that they're gonna grind it out and
Yeah.
and
George
get it done.
explained that to him when we had our first practice. George explained all that to him. George likes to talk, man. That's why I was late getting to the podcast because, and I told him, George, can we get going, man? And he goes, what's going on? I said, I got a podcast. My guys are waiting for me. He was like, oh, well, they're just gonna have to wait, man, because this is more important right now. At
Yeah.
this point. I said, I can let you go.
I would have said the same shit. Like, fuck
Yeah,
your
no, I
podcast.
know, and I didn't want to tell him that, because I knew he was gonna rag on me, but I just
So I got a good question for Coach Gomez right here, and this
Go.
was gonna be. I think it's a good question because all right, so you were telling that to George, right? And obviously George is the head coach, right?
no. George is general manager.
Okay, who's the head coach?
I run the stuff.
Okay, all right then I don't have a question. Then. I was gonna say my thing was gonna be how, George is the general manager. He's doing that. You're running the show on the field, right? I was
Yeah.
gonna say because you've always been used to you're running the show when you say go, everybody goes. But now you got to wait for George.
Yeah.
So that's an
No, and I
adjustment,
like
but-
that because you know what? He's doing all the administrative stuff and he's talking to the media. He's talking to everybody. I like that. I just like to be on the low and just run what I'm running,
Okay.
Focus on the kid.
But last night when I got to the gate and they were calling George's name and I said, hey, because I had just talked to George and he said, man, they keep sending me to different lines. I said, they're going to close the gate on you. And he's like, well, if they do, then I'm going to have to find another way. And so I told the guys, I said, you guys can't hold it. I said, call the ticket counter and tell them that our guy is at the ticket counter and he hasn't been processed yet. And he's like, nope, we're going to close the gate. Dude. As soon as I sat down, they closed the gate. They made the announcement that we're pushing back.
Wow.
So he
then
probably
at
knew.
that
He
point,
probably
then I
knew
had to
that you
step
were
up
there
and do all
already.
the
So he's like,
administrative
what? I
stuff,
have time. Yeah, he probably saw that you were already there. He's like, okay, he'll meet the team. Then I'll just take this another night
Yeah,
off over
and
here.
so that's why I took it upon myself when we landed in Seattle. I started looking at the roster and I started doing the rooms, because he's been telling me is, man, this trip's gonna help us big time. It's gonna get us built like a family. When we get back, they're gonna be all close knit.
So you got
obviously they want to win, so there's got to be something
Of
at the end
course.
of the tunnel for these. I'm not talking about like, of course, the players we know what they're for, but these teams, and he's saying like, this trip is gonna, is gonna bond us and to get us together. There obviously something at the end of the tunnel. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I mean, there's a
The
championship,
Ventura,
there's something.
the Ventura
But for each team,
Pirates
there's
for the
something.
last 7 years, they've been in the finals all 7 years.
Okay.
I know, but there's got to be some kind of incentive for George, the administration, to be like, okay, we're built this team. It's gonna be close knit. These kids are gonna go balls out. There's got to be something.
He
and that's your
recruited
homework.
the
You gotta
team
find out.
for that reason, and he scouts for the New York Mets. He recruited this team for a reason, and all he's been telling me is, "We got a good team. We got a good team. We're gonna make some noise."
Good.
Well,
You
I'm sure it helps with like the sponsorships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
With the wins,
Yeah.
more people sponsoring the team.
Yep.
Yeah, it all works hand in hand,
Yeah.
But
All right.
um,
That's
but
good,
yeah,
Gomez.
it's
That's good, Gomez.
it's-
That like Ricky Vega said, it's good to see you on the field. And when I saw you on YouTube, I mean, I don't know about that 53 on your back, but
oh, dude, that pisses me off, man. I didn't get a chance to tell, and I didn't get a chance to tell George that I wanted 13 if he had it, right?
Yeah.
But it was only because I was just so happy just to be on the field, man. I forgot all
Yeah.
about my number, man. And I told the guy wearing it, he stunk it up the first 2 games. I said, "You have another bad game, dude. You're gonna be wearing 53, and I'm wearing 13." He's the guy from Pepperdine,
Yeah.
Nolan.
Good.
And then you know what happens? As soon as I tell him that, he comes up off the bench and hits a 3-run jack.
Wow.
Damn.
So I'll be wearing 53 the rest of the summer unless he stinks it up.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
Hey, I don't even care what number it is, man. I'm on the field.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So next topic I want to talk about.
Hold on. I got some little insight here too,
Okay.
man. Some good insight.
All right. All
All
right.
right. All right.
Names that are being thrown around for the USC job.
Oh,
All right.
all right. Let's go.
I heard it firsthand
Who
from
you got?
somebody in the dugout.
So what is
John
that?
Savage.
You'd be shocked to know
No,
who the names
no
are.
way.
One of them
Armando Gomez.
is Tulowitzki.
I don't
Oh.
like that. I don't like that.
Tulo, they want somebody that's SC is looking for some. This is what it was said. SC is looking for somebody, a top-notch college coach that has
That's
been to
not
the College World
Tulowitzki.
Series,
It's not Tulo. Yeah.
No, it's
or a
not.
major league player, that is dominated in the bigs and understands the game. So it's Tulo, Coco Crisp, and what did I tell you?
Hmm.
I knew that he was resigning, probably retiring for a reason. Serrano.
Serrano.
No
It's
way.
gotta be Serrano.
Yeah, Serrano from Northridge.
It's gotta be Serrano.
Damn. I can see that, dude.
No names of Steve Rodriguez, no names of any of those names yet. But
Wow.
those are their top 3 picks right now.
Damn, that'd be crazy.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't like Tulowitzki.
Where's
Hey,
he coaching
He
at now?
retired. He
At Texas.
retired to go into coaching because that's what he wanted to do.
No, he
That's why he
retired
went to
because he
University
couldn't.
of Texas.
No, he retired because he was hurt. He couldn't handle
No,
it.
but
no more.
but he wanted to get into coaching. That's why he jammed
Where has he been coaching though?
at University of
At
Texas.
Texas, he's at Texas.
And what about
The
Coco
players
Crisp?
love him, dude. The players
Okay.
rave about him.
Yeah, because he's still young. That's why.
Yeah.
And what about Coco Crisp? Where's he's been coaching?
You know what I heard? I heard this from a reliable source out of Calabasas. Coco Crisp is a minor league manager. Oh no, no. You know what he does? He does those summer league managing
Independent
gigs.
ball.
But yeah, back east though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Warner told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Chris.
because
I
his
like
daughter
Coco.
played at Calabasas basketball with Warner's daughter,
Yeah.
and he said that Coco Chris goes to the games over the wintertime, but in the summertime, he leaves to back east to do the independent ball and be the manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Serrano, I like Serrano, dude, but they gotta make a splash and a half, dude. They gotta make a splash and a half.
Well,
I mean,
here's the thing though.
Serrano will do it, dude. Serrano.
yeah. No, I like
Serrano
Serrano.
left Fullerton after going to the College World Series to go to Irvine, dude. And he had Irvine rolling.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
But he didn't do it at Tennessee though.
Yeah, but there were some other issues at
That's
Tennessee though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying Coach
Usually
Gill.
West Coast coaches don't do well when they go to the East Coast.
Yeah, they should just stay in their
Lopez,
area.
Lopez, that's what
Yeah.
happened to Lopez when he
Yeah.
went to the University of Florida because they're
Yeah,
haters
that's
over
true.
there, dude.
What
That's
what
true.
was the
Racist.
reason Coach Gill got fired? What was the reason?
Because they said that the players, that's animosity amongst the players against him, and then the parents were
But
saying
why,
that
though?
he was taking away scholarships because they didn't like him. They didn't like him.
But why
His
didn't they like
parents
him?
feel
Because
like-
he was old school, right?
Yeah, because
Exactly.
he was implementing discipline.
So
on-
okay, you don't think
Yeah.
Dave Serrano's gonna try to do the same thing?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah.
see where you're getting at. I see where you're getting
but
at.
Gill's a younger guy, you know.
and
Serrano's
Serrano
already
has
been
the-
there and
the
done that.
resume.
But these
Serrano
kids,
has a resume.
but you know what? Though? I'd hate to say it, but this generation now, they don't care. I don't
Yeah.
think they care.
yeah, you'd be right. You might be right.
You know, I mean, I'm all for me personally. I'm all for Serrano. I want Serrano there, but if Coach Gill had an issue with the kids now that are in the program now,
No, there
Yeah.
were the guys. There was a couple leftovers from the year before, but it started with the year before,
okay.
and there were some leftovers.
Well, I'll tell you
But
what.
it
now-
all goes back also to Girardi Girardi got canned, Madden got canned, all these old school managers canned, and then who's next?
La
Our
Russa.
boy.
Well, that's
Russo,
not
right?
true though.
Was
That's
that?
not completely true though. Because look at Buck Showalter.
Pero
Yeah.
está
That's
ganando.
one of the
Yeah, but
main
he's
reasons.
winning.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
winning.
He got
You
dumped
know what I
from the
mean?
Orioles.
Yeah.
Watch the
Yeah.
10
Him
game
and the
losing streak,
general
see what
manager got dumped
happens.
from the Orioles,
Yeah.
and the Orioles haven't improved.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not saying Dave Serrano won't do a good job or anything like that, but you know, but you're gonna go from one old school one old school manager to teach a discipline, which is I'm all for it, right? But then you have Dave Serrano does the same thing. Now, is it because Coach Gill was too aggressive with it, and Dave Serrano knows how to work it? You know, because
It could be that.
They could
Yeah.
reword it. Yeah.
Dave Serrano knew how to, you know, strategically implement that discipline. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
look
Dude,
at all
I'm
the
going out
discipline
on
I
a limb,
instilled in you
dude.
three guys.
yeah.
John Savage, dude, from
Right?
across the way, homeboy.
Nah.
He's
He's
gonna
not
take over.
Savage ain't going.
No, Eddie, I
No.
told you that already. He's not going.
UCLA is too good.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they're
he's
only
got it good.
and they're only
Pancho,
gonna get better
Pancho,
too.
if he can get those players at UCLA, you don't think he can get them at USC?
Not as easy.
Huh?
Not as easy,
Location,
not as easy, and not as quick.
location.
Come on, man.
It's harder-
If he could get him at UCLA, dude, he could get him at USC,
Eddie,
dude.
it's harder to get kids into SC, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a private school.
Have
Yeah.
you seen their football team?
I know, but
Okay, I don't think
what-
so.
now they haven't been dominating.
No,
But they will.
Did you see the kids that they're bringing in now
Yeah.
with the
Oh, I
big time
know,
coach?
I know. And the coach, but guess what? If the coach doesn't win the first year, he's going to get axed too.
Who? John Savage?
No, the
he
coach
will
for
get
football.
Coach.
Oh,
Riley. Lincoln
yeah,
Riley.
I
He
know,
better
I
not
know,
go
but I'm
back to
saying
Oklahoma. He better not go anywhere near Oklahoma. He's
no, but I'm
wanted.
saying is USC is gonna make a splash with this hire Bond or Bone or whatever his name is. That dude is he's a baseball guy. He played college ball, so
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
he's going for it all. My prediction here on Street Talkers, exclusive, Wawa,
Hmm.
breaking news is John Savage to USC.
All right.
They better bring out the bag for that.
They are gonna bring out
Yeah.
the bag.
The bag, they better bring out the Brinks truck and back it up.
They're going to bring in the armored trucks, the ones
Yeah.
that Juan used to drive.
Yeah, the Brinks trucks, man. Back that motherfucker up. Exposition way.
I mean, I wish. I mean, that was an option. That would be my number one option.
Yeah.
That would be Savage. My number one choice.
Yeah.
And you know
But he's not
what?
gonna go there.
Either way,
I don't see it
Gomez.
happening.
Either way, Gomez. Whoever's gonna be, they're gonna need some assistant coaches. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What about George Horton or Bob Horton, the guy that used to
George
be at
Horton, no, he's done.
no?
He's done. He walked away. He's been gone too long.
You know what I like is the dude from East Carolina. I know they're getting smoked by Texas right now. They're probably gonna lose that super regional. They blew the lead yesterday, but I like him, the guy from East Carolina. So I don't know
Wazakowski.
his name.
Mark Wazakowski, who's at
Oh, from
Oregon right
Oregon?
now.
Yeah,
Mark is a good dude for the SC program.
that's gonna be interesting because they gotta hire that like real quick, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean they gotta get all the recruits in,
Yeah.
There was two guys today, one on each roster from USC.
and they didn't know nothing, or they're the one that gave you those names.
That's who I got the insight from.
All right,
All right.
all right.
You guys heard it here first.
John Savage to USC.
Tulowitzki
begging,
to
Wawa.
USC.
You're begging.
All right, guys. Let's move on to another topic that I saw on Twitter. It was sent over to me by Gustavo _ Orozco 3, and it was on a podcast, and it was just a snippet, right? It was a tidbit, and it was just going on a rant, talking about it's ridiculous to give rings for travel ball championships. Okay, and it was only a minute, so I did the research, and I wanted to listen to the full episode. Okay, and it was only like a 20-minute rant. And I don't know, I'm not gonna say the name of the podcast, but they have said that it is stupid to give rings to travel ball championships because he says it's the equivalent of giving a participation trophy to all the teams in a league.
So they gotta win the tournament to get the ring for
Bro,
that
okay.
specific weekend.
Yeah, so every tournament that I've been associated with, with my sons and out of state, whatever the case may be, the championship and the finalist, which is the team that lost in the championship, they get rings, while the other teams go home. Okay, and it's a weekend, right? It'll be like a 3-day weekend. They'll get 4 games guaranteed. If it's a 1-day tournament, they get 2 games guaranteed. And some of these tournaments are 30 teams big, 30 teams huge.
Yeah.
So this guy's saying it is stupid to give rings to the championships or to the champions. So I kind of agree and I don't agree, and I'll tell you why. I'm gonna give my own little rant. Okay, in the major leagues, when they win the World Series, opening day the next day or the next season, what are they doing?
Giving out rings,
You're doing a ring ceremony, right?
right?
If I'm a 10-year-old kid and I love baseball, and my favorite player just won the World Series, I'm looking at that ring ceremony, right? And now they're giving out ceremony. They're giving out rings in a box with a little TV screen, and with a little display case. And these rings have huge diamonds on them, like that. The kids are seeing that now.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if they're like 10 years old or younger, and they're in a travel ball program where they're practicing maybe 3 days out of the week, and they're practicing for 2 hours, and they're putting the work in, they're learning. They're learning almost high school drills. They're getting better. They're grinding as kids. Stuff like that. And they go to a tournament and they're the best, and they win a championship out of maybe 8 or 9 teams in their bracket. What's wrong with giving them rings?
Yep.
What's wrong with lining those kids up because they just won a tournament, which
They're
they
probably-
worked hard. They worked hard that whole week for.
I mean, how much are these rings costing these tournament directors? I mean, what, $5-10?
But yeah, but
I
the thing
mean,
is, how much are you charging the
Sounds like
teams?
$10.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, it's not. They're not giving them $500 rings a kid.
yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
But it's just,
So
it's
it's
just,
like-
it's just what it
It pumps up the
represents.
tournament.
Yeah, no, it's
I
what it
think
represents.
I think it motivates the kid, and the kids know that you World Series champions get them, NCAA champions get them, it motivates them to work harder.
Yeah.
I'd rather see them these tournaments paying for those rings instead of some tournament director making all that money.
Yeah, because if
Hey,
they're
but
charging,
you
hold
know,
on.
but
If
you know
I'm a
these tournament
parent,
directors are calculating that money into their.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean,
they're
it's a
not,
bit.
they're not
Listen,
paying for it.
listen. It's a business, like anything else. That's
That's
that's just the way
different
our
topic.
country works. That's just the way our
yeah.
country works. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not even worried about that. I'm talking about if I'm a parent and I'm paying $80 for the tournament or $70 for the tournament, and if we win it,
Yeah.
you better give my kid something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Okay, so that's
You're pro.
I-
So Juanito, you're pro.
to a certain
give
point.
This kid.
To a certain point, Wawa. Now,
Okay.
my 13-year-old, and I'm gonna give you an example. My 13-year-old was in a tournament one time, and there was so many teams that they made 3 brackets: a gold, silver, and bronze. Well, my kid's team that weekend didn't do too good, so they're in the bronze bracket, right? And there was only like 4 teams in that bracket. There was the last 4, the 4 teams that in the standings, the last 4 teams, the last, the lowest of the whole tournament, they get to fight it out for a championship. Well, guess what? Their team won the championship in the bronze bracket. So when it was time to give the rings, you think my kids wanted the rings? Like, no,
No.
we don't want those fucking rings. It's fucking bronze.
So they only wanted the
Yeah.
ring if they were in the gold.
right.
Gold.
So that's where I disagree. Yeah, when the kids are like 12 years and older, yeah, don't give out rings. Don't give out
Yeah.
rings. I mean, because just when teens are 13 years old and then 14 years old, if you win a tournament, the word spreads out. That's a recognition by itself.
I disagree with you because you're saying give them rings from ages 5 to 11,
No, 10.
and then at 12,
5 to
don't
10.
give them no
Come
more
on.
rings anymore.
No.
You already showed these kids if they win these tournaments, gold, silver, bronze, they're getting rings, and all of a sudden you're gonna take that away.
No, you're not taking it away. You're making them more mature. You're making
But
them more
you,
mature.
Juanito, but you already
Yeah.
showed these kids. You win these tournaments, we're gonna give you rings. So these kids are expecting that, and all of a
And then
sudden
you-
you're gonna say, okay, now you're 12, we don't give you nothing.
When they turn
And
12,
you-
Wawa, trust me, Wawa. When they turn 12, Wawa, and you guys are gonna see it. When they turn 12 and older, they don't care about the rings. Most of them don't even care about the rings. Okay, we got another ring, yay. What they want is it's the respect of saying, oh, Longball won this tournament last weekend. You know, they beat Lights Out. That's another great team. Just the word, it's just them talking about it and the recognition that they won that tournament.
Right.
Because you know what's going to happen
but
is next tournament they're going to want to play that team again. You know,
And those
Yeah,
kids are now thinking about high school.
exactly.
They want to see if a high school coach is going to come tell them that, hey, you know what, we want you to come to our school.
Yeah,
That's what they're really looking at.
yeah. You should see my 13-year-old now. When he gets a ring, he doesn't take it. A couple of times he didn't even take it out of the wrapper or anything like that. You know, he just put it in his bag and whatever. And okay, cool. But now it's different when you're younger. Obviously, because you're younger. You know, you're not
Yeah.
that mature. You know, and yeah, my 10-year-old, he sees it, and he puts it on his hand. You know, and he's looking in the mirror and he's posing with it and stuff like that. I'm all for that.
Well, I mean, as they get older, they become teenagers. You know, all these kids talk smack like, "Oh man, you won
Yeah.
that, and you beat sorry team." You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah,
that's why I don't
and
show it
that's
off as
why,
much. You know
and
what I
that's
mean?
why,
But,
yeah, because they're more they recognize if it was
Yeah.
a competitive tournament, if it was against a competitive team and stuff like that. So and that part I get it, you know. But if the young kids, give them the rings. So that's just my take on it. That's my opinion on it. But he made it seem like no, don't give rings out at all because it's equivalent to a participation trophy, which I disagree. Because you can't
if
compare.
the tournament is gonna make it part of it, and they say that if you win the championship, you get rings, then you're good. Give
Yeah.
it to them. Let the kids enjoy it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, that's the way they do it nowadays. So I
Yeah.
mean, they put it in their budget. You know what I mean? They put it in their.
and the
They
cost.
put it when they charge you for this tournament. They're gonna put all right, $50 for umpires, $15 for rings at the end of the tournament, and all those kids that didn't even come close to winning it, they paid for those rings that the championship teams won.
yeah.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? So yeah, give it to them.
Yeah. Okay. Or you
Let 'em
prime
have it.
example, you have a team that's been in 6 tournaments and they haven't even they haven't made it to a championship game in any of those 6 games. But that 1/7 tournament that they're in, actually won the championship. You think they
They
don't?
should get one with diamonds then. If they
yeah.
put all that fatty up in the first 6 tournament, they should get one
Well,
one with diamonds.
Yeah,
and
but the
bling,
thing
bling
is,
and everything.
yeah, but the thing is now they can. No, now little kids can say, "Hey, I got a ring now. Cool," you know,
Yeah.
and motivates them, just like Coach Gomez said. It motivates.
And where do
them.
they get these rings? Do we know to get them at Roberto's Jewelers, or where do they where are they getting these
They're
rings?
getting
at, you
them
know
at
what I mean?
they're getting at the supermarkets. You put in a quarter and you turn the handle and it pops out.
Yeah,
But I mean,
no, that's cool.
yeah.
No, I mean it's cool. Like we said, like they see the major leaguers with the bling bling. They see the ring,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Some of those guys
it's
might not
good.
play after they're 12 years old, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all
Exactly.
they
Yep.
know about is they got a ring when they were 10, and when they're lawyers and when they're doctors and when they're scientists. They're gonna say,
Exactly.
yeah, I played baseball till I was 8, and I got a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
That's a
nothing.
good point, Gomez. Because in our rec ball at the league that my kid was playing in, he was 10 years old. We were the sorriest team, man. Like on paper, we weren't supposed to win any games, right? And this is the regular rec ball league. It's nothing to do with travel ball. These are kids that just playing baseball the very first time, and the moms just saying, "Oh, it's just for something for them to do and stuff like that," right? Well, guess what? We made it to a championship game against the undefeated team. So we're in there to win it. Because some of these kids, like Gomez said, that's the only trophy they're gonna get for the rest of their lives. Right? So we win, and the coach comes up to us like, yeah, you know what? You guys deserve it. We don't play for any trophies. We don't play for any medals and stuff like that.
Oh man!
But hold on.
Save it. He's
Hold
making
on.
Excuses.
Hey, no, yeah, exactly. But hold on, Gomez. That same weekend we win the championship, that coach has a travel ball team. And what do you think they're doing? Posting on Instagram. Hey, we got the rings for this tournament.
Yeah.
We beat this and that. And they're posing with their rings and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, I thought you guys don't play for any medals or any rings.
Save it.
Exactly.
They need to save it.
Exactly. So,
Dude, these I don't know.
Yeah.
That at the I don't you know what?
yeah. So, I mean, my thing was you have Timmy over here, that not really good at baseball.
And he's got 10 rings.
No, he's got that one trophy that we won it from in rec ball. And that's the only one he's going to
Oh.
get for the rest of his life. It's a happy moment for them,
Yeah, no, hell yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
So
I totally agree with that.
yeah, so yeah, that was just my little take on
On the ring.
on the ring
On the
situation.
ring.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. They're giving out rings in tournaments, so what? If they were
Yeah.
giving out bowls of shit, then I guess they're gonna want to play for bowls of shit too, right? Because they're gonna say, hey, you won the championship, you get a bowl of shit. guess what? We're gonna play hard for that bullshit. So yeah. So yeah, that's just my take on it. Next thing, Pancho, you went back to the field too, right? After how many weeks?
Yeah, after 4 week layoff.
Damn. And then who'd you beat today?
We beat the number 1 team, the Bombers.
What?
Oh, the Bombers.
Fucking Pancho.
How many bombs did you drop on the Bombers, Pancho?
Nah, I didn't. I got under 1, and I got walked a couple times. Should have been 3 times, but the umpire rung me up on one on the inside.
You got looking or what?
So I got caught looking on the
Fucking
on the
backwards
ball.
K.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys play at?
Sun Valley.
Oh, okay. That's the bomb. That's where the Bombers play, right? That's their field, right? Sun Valley.
Well, it's supposed to be for everybody, but it seems like they play a little extra there.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
So you couldn't hit a pop fly to dead center and get a home run, Pancho? Come on, man.
Hey, Pancho, I have a question for you. For you. Growing up, did you ever have a hitting coach?
No, I actually I didn't start playing Little League till I was 13. I
Okay.
played 2 years of Little League before high school.
Okay.
I mean, I would just play on the streets. I mean, my dad played, so I would go to the park. But that's about it. So I never had it. I think my hitting coach was, like I said that one time, my apartment.
Okay.
His apartments were on the side. We have to hit everything up the middle.
Okay.
So that was my hitting coach.
All right.
Hey, Gomez, how do you take your shirt off and then it turns into a sweater?
Hey, I'm. You guys can see that? I'm barely taking off my uniform. I've had my uniform on since 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. We played at 5 because we go early BP pregame. And what time is it now?
You guys played a double dip?
No, one game, but dude.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That's an everyday grind. We got to be at the field 4 hours before.
And then you jet lagged and
BP.
shit.
That's good. Keeping you busy, dude. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Both
good.
teams take BP, both pregame in and out.
When was the last time you coached a collegiate game, though?
A collegiate game?
Yeah.
Well, at a high level like this,
Yeah.
with the Plivis Orioles, I ran the 17U team forever.
Okay. And it's
been
it's different, right? Like the kids are running faster and shit, fucking hitting it harder and shit, than high school.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We played at on Friday. We played at La Habra High School.
Mhm.
Man, it felt to me like it was smaller than Van Nuys High School. These dudes were dropping bombas, dude, during BP.
Oh shit.
I show up, and a ball hits the side of my windshield, right like on the rubber part. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm backing up, I'm moving. And then I parked more down the last spot in left center. I get out of my truck and a ball goes right over my head.
No shit.
I jump back in my truck and I go, I parked like 3 blocks away down in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, the ball's flying out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, so I asked Pancho that question because sometimes I feel, and we can talk about this next episode. We're not gonna get into it this episode, but I know maybe I'm always the antagonist on everything, but I feel that hitting coaches and pitching coaches, I think they're a little bit overrated.
Depends. It depends who the coaches are.
That's a whole different story. We're gonna get into that later.
We'll do it. We'll do that. We'll do that
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week. But I think
That's a good topic.
I think they're overrated, especially when a kid is 5, 6, 7 years old.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's what you're saying. Okay.
But anything below 14, 15 years old, and even at that age, I think they're a little bit overrated.
At 14?
Yep.
Hey Eddie,
Okay.
you got to remember when Pancho was trying out and there was a coach in our program that had him cut.
Yeah.
Remember that? And I said, "What the hell is going on here?" I said, "Do you see the same guy I'm watching?"
Well, you heard what I just asked Pancho? Did he ever have a hitting coach?
I know. I heard it. I'm right here on the podcast with you. How am I not going to hear it?
I know, but
Just because he's in Alaska doesn't mean he can't hear shit.
But what I'm saying is, I think hitting coaches, pitching coaches, and all that, people spending thousands of dollars on it. I think it's overrated.
It all depends on what you're getting.
Yeah.
And like Juan said, it depends on who the coach is.
It depends who it is. And it depends if that kid is putting in the work or not. 100%.
But next week we'll get into it.
Okay.
That'll be a good topic.
No,
Yeah, because I mean, the first thing I heard about anything about hitting, do this, keep your hands back, whatever. It was either Gomez or Rube. That's the first time I ever got any kind of lesson.
Yeah. But
With
see,
Gomez and Ruben.
and I know, and we're not gonna get into it too much, but one thing to think about is a hitting coach doesn't tell the same thing to every kid.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't tell him you got to do this, got to do this,
A
do this.
great hitting coach doesn't.
Right,
Some
exactly,
guys try to do the
exactly,
same
yeah.
thing to every hitter, and
And
every hitter's not the same.
you'll have hitting coaches. They'll tell the kid the same thing. Every kid the same thing, but you can't do that because every kid is different. And every swing is different. So
Yep.
yeah, that's
You
just
know
my
who's legit and who's not legit by that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
And thanks
Nice.
to my sporting goods supplier,
Which
I got
is who
four
is
pairs of black socks. I got some short pants, knee-high pants. I got some stirrups
Who
from
supplied
All
you?
American Sporting Goods.
Sports Shop. There you go.
Before I
Right.
left.
Hey, all you players that played in this wood bat, man, you guys gotta go see Pancho and get your woodies. The Creoles, legit.
Yeah. PCBL Sunday League. The CBA Tigers still on the roll from Vegas. They beat the Regulators 10-9. The LA Skunks beat the LA Hard Knocks 10-3, and the Raptors just dominated against the Whalers 18-2.
What about our peaches?
That's in a different league. I'll mention that in a little bit. And the LABL Saturday, we have the Valley Kings beat the Southland Peaches. So there you go. Wawa, they beat them
You see
10-6.
the headline? Look at the
Yeah.
headline.
Kings beat Peaches in a close one. So yeah, I guess it was a close one. Innings 1 through 4, it was all Valley Kings. Yeah, and then from the 5th inning on, the Southland Peaches came back, made a comeback, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Yeah.
Hey, if
but look at all
anybody
the-
saw that peaches listens to this podcast, send us a picture to our social medias.
The unis?
The uniform. I want to see the uniforms.
in the same league, Los Angeles Missions, they beat the Southern Raiders 6-5 in a close game. So LA Cubs beat the Glendale Falcons 15-9, and then moving on to the LABL and Sunday Pacific League, the ITCH Athletics beat the Rockos Brewers 13-9, and the Southern Angels beat the Culver City Cubs 13-4. The South Bay Bulls in a high-scoring game beat the DNC Pumas 15-10. Moving on to the SFV CBA League and the AAA Majors. Gators. It says Gators beat the Cavaliers just as a W. I think it was a forfeit, correct?
Yeah, it was. It was
Yeah.
a forfeit.
Okay, and then the LA Knights lost to the Forever Renados 4-3, and we'll go back to the Forever Renados in a minute. Your A18 Mariners, Wawa, unfortunately lost to the Anthrax, man. What happened there, bro?
I wasn't at that one, but
Okay,
yeah, it was a tough loss.
yeah. Los
They
Pot-
opened the envelope.
They opened the envelope.
They
Hey,
got
so
the
you said
score.
Cavaliers forfeited their game?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, I heard they had a little dispute in the dugout.
Oh,
We didn't
no.
have a game last week due to or today we didn't have a game because of that.
Oh, so they got suspended or something like that, maybe?
Can't we all get along
Right?
in the dugout?
The Los Potros, they beat the Llaneros 10-2. Cerveceros beat Los Nietos 5-4. And the Isotopes, pretty good squad right there. They beat the Brewers 5-2. So we mentioned in the standings right now, the number one team is Forever Renados. They're undefeated 11-0. You know, they have a total of 116 runs as a team. So,
Ooh.
yeah. Well, you said you had a story for regarding
Yeah,
Forever Renados?
so the Forever Nados, and whenever you see that logo, you know, they over the years they've been the Venados, Forever Nados, you know, just different names. But when you see the name Venados, they usually have a little number 30 attached to that logo, and that's for my boy Toño Elizararaz, who unfortunately was killed. Like it's gotta be, we were probably like 17, 18 years old maybe, but we played with him in the projects. It was 3 teams that we had. We had the Pirates, the White Sox, and the Angels. But Toño was a great baseball player, man. He was just, you know, he was a leadoff hitter. played third base, and his brother Bobby actually played at San Fernando for a year and a half, with us there. But and Bobby, to this day, if you're in Sunny Leagues and you see the number 30, he wears it proud. And he wears it for his brother. And I believe Bobby was like real young when this happened, but uh, that's the story behind the Forever Venados. The dad is always at the games when they play in the projects. He's always there. I saw him maybe a couple weeks ago. Baseball family, baseball rats. He was a Cuco's cousin, cousin or nephew, if I'm not mistaken. But those of you that know Cuco, but all that family are diehards, and that's the story behind Forever Venados, and it's a tribute to him. So when you see that logo, you'll usually see a little number 30 on them somewhere on the uniform. They have it, and that's the backstory to that. So yeah, and every time I see him or every time I see that, I can't help but think about my boy Antonio, who was a great baseball player, and tragically, died. It's got to be over 25 years. We were probably like 16, 17 years old. I'll never
Yeah.
forget that. But so yeah, that's the story.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that
So
just,
whenever
that
you
just
guys
goes
see
to show you.
Venados, Forever Venados, all that,
Yeah,
and you'll see a little number 30 attached to their logo. That's
that's
what it is.
That's what it represents, huh?
Yeah.
And then that just goes to show you, in the Sunday League here, no matter what league it is, LABL or SFV league or the CBA, it's everybody's connected some way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And you can talk about stories about which team won which championship way back when, with whose players, and that
Yeah.
this player's cousin, and now his son is playing with. It's just it goes from
I'm
generation.
disappointed when we play in the projects there, and I play there, or the last couple years that I came back play
Yeah.
there. I'm disappointed in 5, 6 dudes that are walking around. I don't know them. You know what I mean? There are people that some guys are like, "Wow, what's up, man?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" It takes me a while just to recognize them,
Yeah,
but it is so awesome. I saw Johnny B that played at San Fernando 2003 the other day. I see guys all the time, hanging out right there, and it's awesome, man. I feel like I'm home. I mean, I grew up 2 blocks from there, but I feel like I'm home, and
yeah,
it's cool.
that's good, man. That's good. So moving to this San Fernando Valley Baseball League, La Villita beat La Escondida 13-4, and La Villita, man, just they've been tearing it up lately. The Rays beat the Toros 4-1. The Bombers beat the Angels 4-3. And the Pachecos beat the Tequileros 10-9. Then the Hokies, they lost to the Park Bums 8-7. Man, these are close games. They're in it. Unfortunately, but for the Mustangs, they lost to the Twins 11-1. So the standings in that, the Sylmar Bombers are still number 1. The Park Bums are right there with 5-1, and then La Villita's right there 5-2. So it's a race. And I think Pancho, you said they had like 5 more weeks or something like that.
There's about 5 games left, man.
Yeah,
So
5 games left. Yeah.
This is a big game for us. We're in last place,
Okay.
so we kind of have to win out. So that was a big game. Shout out to Freddie Fuller's boy Nate, who threw a complete game.
Nate's
shut
supposed to
down
be
a
playing
really
with
good
us,
team.
man.
I heard Freddie was telling me, but
Yeah.
he threw a good game today, man. He shut down a good team.
That's
Good.
Man. That's good.
So yeah,
And
he
I
had a
believe
couple home runs today.
I believe San Fernando Baseball League, they're gonna have a home run derby and All Star game coming up, right? At the end
Yeah,
of the
I
season.
saw that.
July-
That's pretty cool.
July 3rd, I think it is. Yeah. July
Okay.
3rd.
Yeah. I'll make sure. We gotta be there. We gotta check that out, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be in the
July
home run
30th?
derby.
Yeah,
July
Pancho.
30th?
July 3rd, I think.
Yeah. July
Pancho's
3rd.
gonna win it, Holmes. Why even have the contest? Pancho's gonna win it.
Where do they have it?
I might be free that day. Let's go do that.
Where do they
Yeah,
have it
let's
at,
do it.
Pancho?
I'm
There's
all
some
down.
masters. There's some masters there, man. It's gonna be
Where are they
good.
gonna be at?
At Sun Valley.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, right there where the tennis court is at?
Yeah.
That's some Valley Park?
Yeah, the center.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
where center's like
okay.
250 feet, I think.
Yeah, I hit one in there. Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys,
yeah,
if anybody's playing tennis that day, just
Yeah, watch out.
don't go out there.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Wear their hard hats.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gomez zooming in from Alaska. Appreciate that. You know, it's late for him and it's late for us too. But I felt like, you know, this being episode number 13, you know, and then
Gotta
yeah.
be Daddy Oceans.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's only
no, it's
fitting.
got to be episode 53. You still got a little way to go.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, no, yeah.
I can show you. I wish I can show you the outside right now, man. It's light as can be out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stay in. It's late.
I heard a lot of
Don't
people
be
get
going
depressed.
out.
I heard a lot of people get depressed because of that. You know, because
Yeah, that supposedly.
Yeah. So I don't want you to come back all weitado and shit and crying.
I'm not we thought. Oh, I'm happy to be on the field. Remember,
All
that's
right.
what I said.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being with us this week, and thank you to Coach Gomez, who had a late game and is zooming all the way from Alaska.
And dodgy mosquitoes.
Yeah, there you go, dodging all the mosquitoes out there. But yeah, it was a good view on what goes on in the collegiate, you know, team and the league and stuff like that. And this being episode number 13 and Gomez Words number 13, you know, I felt like we should have waited for him and get his take on it. So yeah,
Don't forget
congratulations.
next week. Next
Yeah.
week we're gonna go into why I think that hitting coaches and pitching coaches are overrated
Yeah.
and save your money.
Yeah, and if you guys are listening, give us your take on it. Give us your
Yep.
opinion. DM us, Twitter. Tell us what you think about hitting and pitching coaches, and then we'll share those views on the next episode. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys.
Later.
Peace.